I never know what day it is. It's Thursday, the 17th of August. So we're halfway through August. And time is flying. I think the more we do this, I don't know if it's easier. I think we have good days, bad days, good moods, bad moods. But I'm not one of these moody people anyway. Oh shit! Just dropped oil on the carpet. Oh man, go away. And we're coming up to Mercury retrograde as well. Hence, and I am actually a clumsy person. I mean, take the mickey out of a mate and call her Frank Spencer because she's always some mishap happening. But what she completely owns up to, it's not like anything dark backstabbing going on. Grace is on its way, so we must be in shadow phase right now. Shadow, so just be careful. Mainly like mercurial objects related issues like back up your computer, don't go to the toilet with your iPhone because it might drop down the toilet, your car might not start, you know, that sort of thing. But it's kind of like in conjunction with Venus retrograde. There's a fly in here. There's no food or any dog shit in here, mate. Like, the door is there, free for you to leave. And the window is open, darling. But why? Go jumping. Let me put my socks on. I'm just editing yesterday's, or the day before yesterday's. Is it yesterday yet? I think it was yesterday's video. I'm really enjoying making a vlog, and not making it, but editing it. I really enjoy it. And I like putting the music to, literally, I mean, I only have, like the other day I had the most views, and it was this thumbnail of me sitting here, so maybe I'm smiling. I don't have a natural smiley face though. I have like a resting bitch face, and like people have often in the past said, "Oh, cheer up, lad," you know. And it's like I have the most happiest bunny ever, but like I just have a face that apparently says otherwise. Okay, you fella. Let's go jumping.
Cult legends obligates a lonely boy playing with a toy. Breathless dark coffee, various moons, resourceful little freaky machines. Hammersmith gorillas and rock and roll vanillas, rejects, rebels and losers.
I should have brought some water out with me. So annoying. It's actually really hot today. And I feel like I've got a little bit of hay fever. I'm just going to quickly nip in and get some water. Part 2 of trying to get out and do my jumping today. It's completely normal for me to have a dry throat in the morning. I've always had it. I can't actually eat before a certain time, which is what was always my party line. But the caretaker was like pretending not to watch me jump just then, and it was just a very awkward situation because it was just very creepy. I just got a bit creeped out. Anyway, back to jumping.
Oh yeah, I might put this in because you know the other day I was talking about meeting Rockpile right here, well inside this bit here, and I thought maybe I was with my brother, but I'm just trying to remember and thoughts came back to me. And my dad used to drink Guinness in the Swan and in the other pub, and so I was really I felt quite comfortable in pubs and pub gardens. So I've got a feeling that I don't think my dad was drinking there that day, but I would go there just because it was a pleasant place. Like they had a nice garden at the Swan. There's a lovely garden here, and all the old gits used to come in here. And now it's kind of quite gastrophied. But and in my other video I noticed I said glass thing when I meant John Taylor from Duran Duran was looking out of this glass panelled window onto the playground. He was sort of in there. Anyway, I thought I'd rectify those. A lot of things that I'm saying, I look back at them and I'm like, oh, that's probably wrong. But let's walk down another. That building there used to be a hardware store. You used to get your mops, nails, friendly there. And on occasion she was a bit moody. Anyway, let's continue. Gosh, that whole house has been completely gutted. No windows, no roof. Insane. This development here used to be a laundry place, and this sort of arched area was a hollowed bit of entranceway, and my friend Katie Summers lived up the top there, and on occasion we'd go, and it was all sort of we'd go over there and play at her house, and it was all like a spiral, a weavy web of and quite hot because of all the steam from the ironing and the steaming and the hot water that they did all the laundry with. I'm not sure which house it was. Anyway, they came to England, but they had proper lilt Guyanan Caribbean accents. But they were Indian, they were Hindus. And their dad was called, Dolly's husband was called Krishna. And they had two daughters, Reshma and Krishna. I can't remember what house it was. I feel like I want to say it was one of these houses, maybe this house. Maybe a bit further along. And she used to be my nanny. It might have been one of these houses. And she used to look after my brother until he was, but it wasn't very long. And my dad used to pick me up, and because he'd finished his night shift at working at the palace. I was always so relieved to see him. The way this area has changed, look at that building. It's really changed the skyline here. And the local council are allowing encroaching tall buildings where it's actually a protected area. They shouldn't be. I mean, that is the limit for now. But as you go further down, they definitely twisty ankle here. Wink ankles just randomly. And all the fizzles, I started to fizzle when fizzling away here. My friends Mabel and Tor lived on the end house here, and they left a little tea candle on and went out to the pub. There's a huge fire here, but at this house. But they seem to have, well, I mean, that was, I would say, 25 years ago.
A mountain ledge. I looked to my right, and there was a Buddha-shaped man.
I'm not opposed to changes. I quite like the vibe of these changes.
Running out from the trees.
But you see, that area there is also a conservation area.
How do I get down there?
So they can't, by law, build on it. But laws can be changed. They're made for people. By people, I mean wealthy people's benefit, and that shouldn't be the case. It should be a democracy. Just listening to a TikTok saying that streaming services are going down, whereas do you remember when Netflix a few months ago said, oh no, you can't use Netflix unless it's from the same Wi-Fi box in the same house, so you can't share your code. And now they've just, and then they put out to the public that they are doing much better and their sales have gone higher, which is such propaganda. And again, another Axl Rose song, Lies. But then everyone knows this for the last 80 years.
I beat the door down and escaped. The mountain flew. The mountain flew.
Such a good design, and it feels like you completely come out of your local vicinity, which is pretty amazing, really. I love it. It looks quite impressive. It's a bit more clearer here. What is that? It's some kind of Picasso. Really like apparently it's really good for your health. Look at a body of water. And then I suppose in London we're deprived of it. I mean, we've got the River Thames, of course. The tides go really low there sometimes, so it can feel like you're abundant with water. Like, even though we're an island, I've got one bar, so I'm going to try and get the fishies in. I really like this place. It's just a pity that it became like some kind of like political zone. But I'm hoping that will be rectified soon. It is being rectified. It's less and less like traffic. Look, I think that's a part. No, they're I've got to hold on to my camera here, but I don't know whether we can focus in on the big fish there. They all come and think you're going to feed them. Hello, darlings. I think they just... Ooh! Did we get that? I got... Oh, wow! I think we got... I might have got that. Splashy fishy. Fish are jumping. I wonder what they're trying to tell me. Give me some water, give me some foo-foo. They've got somebody who loves them and looks after them. I wonder if I got those jumpy jumps in. Fishy jumping fish. Such a nice view from here. So you've got the Union pub here, Starbucks. Got Pret. Great place for a gallery. I think when you've got all these snacky places in one place, I mean, I know that the people here need to have a variety. It's completely against. Oh, it's a sweet shop. And it's the sort of thing I paint in my abstractions, so I really ought to come here and do some painting. Mind you, I do paint from the mind, so I'm just absorbing all the lines and patterns. just move one forward there. I feel like that was the same person that got in the other shot on the other side. I think she's just following the sun. I thought I was just trying to get away from me getting on my vlog.
What? What is it? Are you filming?
He's just asked me if I was filming, but I think he's the help point and the little bit security. I'm just trying to get views in. I feel like I've got so much footage today that I might end my vlog here and I get on with my day, get more painting done, creating, editing, cook my lunch. I've got dinner, still got dinner, spinach curry and bulgur wheat with cucumber and carrots, so delicious. So thanks for watching.